Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Aisha Buhari bounces back, allegedly becomes one of the power breakers in Aso Rock. Most of the Nigerian population will remember Malam Abakiari as the potential and voice brain behind the presidency of Muhammadu Buhari. They might even say in years to come that it was Buhari that oiled the engine of his administration, while Abakiari steers the ship with a pirate mastering. Whatever the case is, the death of Abakiari has rang more bells in the nursery house of power and politics in Aso Villa than they have heard in recent years. As the sounds vibrate across the high-tension corridor, the resultant distance and the forces result to establish Lady Aisha Buhari as the new potential powerhouse, or let me say the dictator, as we are seeing her emerging. The late Abakiari was a lot of things behind the corridor and the curtains of the Northern Cool Demo, was the calculating mind of the man of Buhari. He was very well educated. Yes, I give that to him. That's not a lie at all. He was very well educated, very well informed, and in fact, quiet like a serpent, very quiet but dangerous. Very well informed powerhouse of the corridor. Like a serpent, he will be quiet and still. You would not hear his voice in the presidency, but guess what? Nothing happens without his approval. The governance of Nigeria and Aso Villa was all controlled by the mastermind, the brain box, including the wife of the president of the country, Aisha Buhari. Oh, how she cried, how she lambasted and make the noise known all over. Where are the men? They have taken my husband. They have locked me out of some room in Aso Rock. Yes, some of her common lines. Aisha Buhari was perhaps the most resolute, unshakable voice against the leadership style of the late Chief of Staff. We say the leadership style because he was the brain box behind Buhari's administration. Have you noticed, since Abakiari is gone, Buhari cannot find another chief of staff? People are trying to sort one out for him. Still, they have not come up with one. Even Aisha Buhari now is looking for a voice and an ear that will be subject to her and will be beside her husband. Lady Buhari accused the cabal of having pirated her husband's administration, leaving a clue to the runs in the place, and generally grieving that Nigerian people with terrible decision, ill-advised strategy, and a laissez-faire approach, and that is what is really reflected in the governance. Today, Abba Kyari has left the stage, and it will be seen as if the lady has taken her place, finally giving fresh breath of parable to a woman behind a man's success, saying, behind every successful man, there is a woman. This woman is gradually taking her place. It is logically concluded that with the arrival of her back in her husband's place and Aisha Buhari saying she's looking for a new chief of staff that will stay beside her husband, it calls for an eye to winkle and for one to wonder, how come she's the one looking for new chief of staff for her husband? Did she look for Abba Kyari? These are some of the questions in our minds, and we wonder, what do you think? What a write-up and what a resolute of what Aisha Buhari is doing. It's no longer a news that Aisha Buhari has also lent her voice to say that she's looking for a new chief of staff for her husband. Since some of the names that have come up, one said it was an insult on him, talking about the nephew of Buhari to be the chief of staff to Buhari, that what do they take him for? Another said he can never be Buhari's chief of staff, that he's more a friend rather than him being chief of staff. You know, it's too demeaning. So many of them have come up to say That's not my place, and that's not. I'm not going to do that. So these are some of the issues that have come up. And guess what? Like a strong woman behind her husband, Aisha Buhari has not relented. Oh, my people, this woman has bounced back, saying, "You know what? I'm going to look for chief of staff for my husband." That tells you something. When a woman hits her chest and say, "You know what? I'm going to look for chief of staff for my husband," you should know that something is coming up. You should know that this woman is not joking, and she's right in her mind. She knows exactly what she's doing, as she's preparing hard to come with a full force. But speculations have it that what she intends to do is to get somebody that will be close to her husband but loyal to her. So she becomes the brain box. She takes over her place. Don't forget that when Abba Kiari was there, she didn't have that privilege even as a wife. I'm telling you. So, my people, as I'm saying, for a woman to start looking for chief of staff, it just be like, say, I come here to say, I won't give you work. Oh, you better behave yourself. If I ask you any question, you go tell me, Abi, you go say yes. Because you yourself, you define the work now. Now Nigeria we do. Now, so she has declared her intention to look for a chief of staff for her husband. Not even withstanding. Remember APC? If you have been following us on Apple Line Media, you will see for yourself some of the matters and the issues that have come up. APC as a party has come up to suggest even the person of Oshomole to say, come on, you can be Oga Chief of Staff. I mean, these are some of the matters and some of the suggestions that are coming up. A lot of people have been, that are close to presidency has been speculating and have been saying, yes, let us bring this, let us bring that. But for Aisha Buhari, Oba not the go transfer. The woman dey like Kankpe say, waiting eh? Now me won't find chief of staff now for my husband. And you know what that means. When a woman puts down her 2 feet on the floor to say, you know what, I'm ready. May say she don't set. She know what happened. She know what happened before, and she doesn't want it to repeat herself. Hence, she has plunged herself in to say, you know what, I'm going to look for a chief of staff. To say she wants to look for chief of staff for her husband. Can't you smell the rats? Can't you read between the lines and see that there is more to this than beneath the eyes? If you are still joking and you are thinking that, man, my people think again. Because I can tell you, if she picks or she's the one that finally gets Buhari a new chief of staff, let me tell you the implications. That person becomes her eyes and her ears and everything she wants to do. That person she begins to influence things through that person, in the sense that nothing happens without her knowledge. And that person has to feed her in with everything that is going on. He has no choice not to tell her or not to say, oh, guy is planning to travel. Oh, madam, this is the way. You understand now, you know the way that terrain runs. Now, so the woman don't ready herself. So, what, she's inserting herself fully into Nigerian presidency. And now she won't rule. Remember Patience. Good luck, Jonathan. There is God. Yes, now remember that woman. That woman not before you not come joke. You not come look person face. Don't forget that woman. No. Even Nigeria self no say their president get wife. But the case of Aisha Buhari, Abba Kyari, no make that woman see days of light. But guess what? Finally, it can't be like say obstacle is over. Did you see her response to when her only message to Abba Kyari's family? Not may God grant the family the fortune to bear the loss. Not any other thing to say, oh, this man was a blah, blah, blah. No. You just say, may God have mercy on him. May God forgive him. That was what she said, So it's enough for you to infer. It's up to you. Whatever you infer is your opinion and you're entitled to it, Like I always say, I am entitled to my opinion. And they say what one thing that is prevalent with democracy, there is what we call freedom of speech. Anybody, if you make up your mind on what you think or what you won't believe, is up to you. So Aisha Buhari don't ready say, what's in it? Gone are the days where people they rule, they lead my husband, government. I'm in charge now. I myself won't find new chief of staff. Anyway, now the matter where they go on today be this. So anyway, my people, not forget, I beg to thumbs up for us, like and share, subscribe if you never subscribe, because we dey here gidigba to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. You have a voice, please use it. Don't allow anybody make you feel down or put you down. And that thing when we dey campaign for seriously today be say, I beg my people, show a token of kindness. This time of lockdown or precedented lockdown because of this COVID-19 thing, people they suffer. Some people never chop or not be lie, they tell you now the truth they tell you. Assist somebody, give somebody food. If you cook food, I beg, share. No chop alone, I beg, because even some children never chop since morning. One meal might just be all they will have today. Be that person to put a smile on their face. Be the one to put a smile on their face and to make somebody smile and say, Father, thank you, you know. And guess what? They will never forget your gesture and token of kindness upon their life. I beg, may we take care of one another. One love all. Don't forget to thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you never subscribe. Have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye for now.